Hey, what's up everyone? Tim here from Everyday Tactical Vids. As you can see, we're taking a look at a bunch of knives from Gerber. These are all everyday carry style knives, and then I've got kind of a bonus option to throw in at the end to show you. So let's take a look at some of these blades. Okay, our first knife is the Jukebox. The top one has a handle design, and that's called Marble, and the bottom one's handle design is called Tortoise Shell. Price point for this is going to run you in your mid-30s, maybe up to $40, depending on where you pick this up. And I've got links down below in the description section. So just click that Show More tab, and then you can head over to Amazon if you want to dig into these a little bit more. You got a 2.7-inch blade. Your steel is 7CR17 MOV. Let me just do a quick measurement here on camera so you can see. End-to-end length, we're looking at it just about 6 3/4 inches. And then as far as your actual handle, you're looking at just a little bit under 4 inches. So let me show you these just side by side again real quick, and then I'll move the I'll look at the tortoiseshell one. So let's move this out of the way. So when it comes to this blade, let me show you the back side first. So obviously when you look at this, for most people they're going to think, oh, that's like a barbershop style razor. Yeah, I mean that's what it's kind of made to look like. Interesting thing about this is that if you think about this version of knife from like Tops, their tack rays, it doesn't have any locking mechanism, whereas this one does have a liner lock down there. So let me just close this up, and you can see we've got this extra portion here that you're going to press on in order to, a little bit hard to do on camera, but you're going to press on this in order to open up the blade. Like so, and then it's going to lock in. So that's nice to be able to, to have something that's locking. It's not just the friction of your thumb resting on the top. Now, 7CR17 MOV. My general thing about Gerber EDC blades, unless they're higher end blades, is that you're not paying a lot of money for a fancy steel. And that's just part of the deal. So, for me with an EDC knife, yes, I want one that's got, CPM 3V or S30V, 35, whatever it is. But with this style of knife, I'm going to be using this around the office, around the house, whatever it is, and then I can sharpen it up quickly. So that's not a huge deal for me, especially it's about the price point. If I'm paying 80 bucks and I'm getting 7CR17, obviously that's an issue for me. But for this, you're going for style, and I've thought about this for a while, but maybe I'm going to make a video at some point talking about everyday carry blades and how a big portion of that is we just like a knife that's going to work well, but also it's got to look cool. We got to feel good about it as far as, this is a cool looking knife. It resonates with our sense of style. So this is going to be a knife that's going to appeal to some people and definitely not appeal to other people. But I do like the look of this. I saw this a while ago and thought, yeah, it's going to be a cool, kind of a gentleman style knife. It is a little bit big for some people, I think, to be like a a small pocket knife. Almost 7 inches is large for some people, but I think it's a cool looking blade. Next up here we have the Wingtip, and this one's going to run you right around $20, so very inexpensive. They do have the gray version and then the green version as well. 7CR is what they have for the blade, so I'm guessing that's 7CR17 MOV. They don't, and on their website they don't say anything other than 7CR. So nail nick opening, drop point blade. Your overall length 5.6 inches, and your blade length is 2.5 inches. Now this is going to be held open and locked out by friction. So there's no locking mechanism. So that's just something to be aware of as far as, how you're using the knife, that you're not gonna, let me get that out of the way, that you're not gonna have something that's locked in with a liner lock or a frame lock or whatever it is. So this is definitely designed to be just like a classy little pocket knife, something that you fold up, throw into your pocket, and it doesn't have a clip on it on this side or on this side either. Now I can tell you, we have a family friend who always carries this style of knife as far as his pocket knife. This is not the type of knife that I would carry in general, probably 95% of the time. If I'm going to a wedding and I'm wearing a suit, this is the type of knife that I'll throw into a pocket. But I've got a buddy who he carries, he wears jeans all the time, and this is what he prefers to carry just for those basic tasks. Honestly, there's nothing super fancy about it. I think it's kind of a simple, classy knife. 7CR for your, I think 7CR17 for your steel. So again, you're gonna have to sharpen it up, but you're probably not taking this out into the woods and carving and carving and carving. So second knife coming to us from Gerber, and this is the Wingtip. All right, these next two are actually probably my number 2 favorite of all the knives we're looking at. I really just think they're kind of cool. It's called the Keynote. It's going to run you around 20 bucks. You open it with a little nail nick there. Aluminum scales as far as your handle. Your steel is 5CR, and it does have a liner lock. But let's take this one out of the way and show you. Just got this little stubby blade and a great little everyday task type of blade. I mean, so as you can see, you're not going to be doing a lot of slicing and cutting, but if you have to open boxes, cut a little, you know, rope, twine, jute, whatever it is, and the idea is that it's got that key ring so you can put it on a keychain. That's how you can carry it. Here's the black one, so you can see what that looks like. So black, and then I guess you'd call it a satin finish. It looks like kind of a stonewash finish. You're not going to be stabbing a whole lot with this. It just doesn't have the build to do that. But the other cool thing is that on the back you can see we have a pocket clip. So if you don't want to keep it on a keychain, you can just put it on your pocket. And this thing is so small that you could put this, you know, toward the front of your pocket and then run a full-size everyday carry knife in the back of your pocket. But this thing is a great little knife. I can tell you that slicing with it, you know, like I said, boxes, cutting open packages and stuff, this is a cool little thing to have. This versus the wingtip I think is probably generally going to be more functional, but this just has a cool factor. Again, not a fancy steel, nothing I'm going to be spending a ton of money on, but for around 20 bucks, this could be a cool little EDC item to pick up. Okay, this is the straight lace. The one on top obviously is green. The bottom one is blue. Got that nice coloration with the red and white stripe. I really think that's cool. Again, this is a friction lock, so a slip joint. A very, very large nail nick for opening it up. Straight edge. I will tell you that this thing is like a smudge king, right? So like it's so, like the mirror finish is so nice that you get a little bit of, you know, you put your finger on it, you're going to see a fingerprint. I've been carrying the green one. I think it's, yeah, the green one I've been carrying the most, and it's just a cool knife. You can flip your pocket clip to the other side. But just a classy, simple knife for around $30. Your blade length is 2.9 inches, your overall length 6.9 inches, and your steel, again, 7CR. And it doesn't say 13 or 17, but I'm guessing it's 7CR 17 MOV. This is just a classy looking knife. Again, the thing I like most about these is it's the accent there. I like the unique coloration for the handles, but that red and white stripe setup I think is really just cool looking. So to me, this is, for some people, they say it's a gentleman's folder. Ask people what their opinion is on how you define a gentleman's folder, and there's a variety of opinions. But this to me is probably big for some people to be considered a gentleman's knife, but a low cost, cool looking, unique knife with a steel that, again, it's not going to hold up forever, but you can sharpen it pretty easily when you get back home. It does have a lanyard hold there. This one is going to be, you can get paracord through it, but it's going to be a little bit tough to do. And for me, as far as the cutting tasks, I mean, all these knives are going to do their job just fine. But yeah, cool, kind of a classy looking knife here from Gerber. All right, this next one, I'm telling you straight up now, I got this because of the cool factor. I would not everyday carry this, but I'm going to try to keep it down in the kitchen to use it as a cleaver. This is the tri-tip, and it does come in this sheath, which is, I don't know if it's actually, it doesn't feel like it's Kydex. It's a very strong plastic. It does have a belt loop there, so you could carry it around, but the size of the sheath is just kind of a big rectangle, a little bit clunky. But you might want to carry it if you know you're into that. But for me, it's just, there's a cool factor here. I like cleavers. I like the contrast. You've got kind of a classic stonewash finish with the black, and then black with the deep green there. I think that's actually quite cool. Now you can readjust the sheath if you want to carry it scout style, so you can take that off so you're actually carrying it this way and drawing it out like that. Let me show you how the sheath works here. So it slides in. This is actually kind of cool as far as the locking mechanism. Slide it in, and that little button clicks, and then when you want to take it out, a little bit hard to do on camera again here, but press that down and then draw it out like so. Do a quick measurement here on camera. It is interesting because sometimes Gerber gives you the info and sometimes they don't on their website. So almost exactly a 3-inch blade, and then you're looking at, I would say almost exactly 6, just a little bit under 6 inches from end to end. So I have not used these. I just think they're cool. I'm going to keep them in the kitchen. The Gerber tri-tip is what we're looking at here, but you could EDC it. I mean, it's that small. All right, so last up, I just want to show you real quick. This is the center drive. This has been out for a while, but actually this version is the updated version. So I didn't ask for this. They just sent it to me, which was nice of them. We do have a leather sheath made in the USA that comes with it. And then also they sent me the bits as well. So I use my other center drive, but since I just got this one, I'm going to probably be swapping that one out for this. If you're not familiar with the center drive as far as being a multi-tool, the key element, as I'm reaching around the camera here, is that the experience of torque and how you're driving in using your bit driver is that it's centered and it's not here, it's right down the center of the tool. Now the thing that makes this guy a little bit unique here, this one has a pair of scissors as well. I think there were some other additions to this version, maybe a couple tweaks, but in general, the scissors was another thing that people were asking for because it was the most used item. I don't want to talk a lot about this, but this is just an additional item. If you've never seen the center drive, probably worth checking out. I would definitely tell you that it's got some heft to it. It is not a super lightweight. It's not the Skeletal by any means, but I found it to be a pretty strong multi-tool. The other version that I've had. As I close out here, I'll offer you a couple thoughts. The two knives I've used the most have been the straight lace and the jukebox, this jukebox in particular. Both cool for EDC. Again, I'm going to be 100% forthright with you guys as always, but you know, I'm not carrying these two knives because I'm like, oh, they're super functional. They'll do the job, but they're just a cool factor. I like the look at them. And as the video says, this is an overview. This is a first look. This is not a extensive testing and use for all these knives. I can tell you confidently right now, those two, oh, I don't want to do that. I can tell you pretty confidently right now, those two and the Keynote are the ones that are going to get the most use. I'll probably end up giving these the wingtips away to somebody, so maybe we'll do that here on the channel. We'll do it on our Facebook page, or you know, maybe I'll give one away on Facebook and then give one to a friend. But I like the look of some of these knives. There were a couple years ago, Gerber came out with like some different styles of everyday carry knife. Again, not high-end steel, but they were unique. They were cool. They had a different kind of feel, and I think they've upped their game. I would definitely say classy for these and these and these right here, as far as everyday carry knives. So yeah, I'm liking them. Yeah, let's hear your thoughts, guys. That's pretty much it. I just want to let you guys know about some new EDC knives that you'll see in, you know, on Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that. But what are your thoughts? And do you own any of these or any other knives from Gerber? And what's your experience been? So let's get that conversation started right now. Thanks as always for checking out the videos here on YouTube. Please subscribe to Everyday Tactical Vids if you haven't done so already. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, check us out on Instagram, Tumblr, and Vero as well. More videos coming soon. Take care.